Life's a beach, and now you can edit your photos there too with Adobe Lightroom. If a photobomber crowds your shot, it's easy to remove them with Generative Remove. Don't forget to add Lightroom to your summer must-haves.
baby, what's your name? What's your number? I'm about to talk to you. Get your phone ready. So you say you're looking for a real man who can take you out to see other lands, other lands. Somebody who can feed you lobster and shrimp every day of the week. Cause the bread is thick and money is no ish when you're filthy rich. Wanna know one thing.
All right, no need to play the rest of that one. Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What's up, Cashin fam? It's your boy Cam, back at it again. Episode 4 of season 3. What it do, baby? E-Dog in the chat, Mulvey in the chat, and it's Cam. And you might be saying, "Damn, Cam, did you get the blurriest fade of all time?" Where am I at? I'm just gonna, yeah, yeah, your boy, fresh. Oh snap. Um, Welcome back to it, Cashin Familia. Um, Jack, what's going on, pal? Another camera issue this week. Mulvey. Oh, nothing like it at all. Nothing like it. Thanks, Spence. I like you cut too, my G. Uh, Vic's blends on site. Yeah, he just asked me everything I wanted to do in my life. I told him this because I'm locked in. Because I am locked in. Um, what up? What up? I'm getting some text rolling in. What up, Joe Nathan? Um, I'm using my phone as my camera, my boy, so I really can't, as you can see, because it keeps cutting out. So that's tight. I'm gonna hold on to the cord and hope she does me really nice. Uh, Another week to cash with the fellas. Um, Mulvey, when you gonna come to town and produce this show, brother? I need you bad. I need you bad. I'm glad you guys are here though. If you haven't already liked the show, 2 likes. Let's go. Turn up. Comment. Subscribe. Let your boy feel the love. My bank or my account on my betting website needs some love. E-Live in the hotel. Let's go, dog. Lou Dog said nothing. Jonathan says, if K-State loses to BYU, I'll shove a 5-layer beefy burrito up my ass from Taco Bell. And that's on baby. Should be ready to go next week. Come on, Movi. I'm so ready for that, my dude. Honestly, if you just have a better working phone connection, that would be the tits. Because right now, my shit is just on absolute poverty mode. But I appreciate you guys for being here. It is a podcast after all, so really focus on the audio here is all I can say. Wish I had more for you in that regard, but one of these days, ooh, child, things will get brighter. Y'all didn't know I had pipes like that. Um, all right, all right. Let's get into it, yeah. As Doja Cat would say. Um, and yeah, I know you're also wondering, how does he do this? How is he that faded up? And I just gotta say, I'm different. I'm assembled differently, batteries included, my guy. Um, where can I get that shirt? Says Josh McLemore. Trust me, buddy, you would never take this one off. Shout outs to my good friend Mulvey Hill, who's already gotten a couple shouts this week already. Episode 4, off to a hot start. Hey, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into the show. I think the sauce debate went pretty well last time. So, the Mississippi State of Cameras, that's correct, Tan. I can talk about my experience. So I attended a college football game last week. I went to Starkville to see the Mississippi State junior varsity football team face off against the Florida Gators. Um, I gotta say, there was not a lot to ring the bell for, but it felt nice to be back ringing the bell for the dogs. There were some flashes of a team that had practiced, but a lot of the times it seemed as though maybe they didn't practice a whole lot. Maybe they weren't ready for that one. Time will tell. I think the line has moved to 39 points. State is a 39-point dog this weekend, and I gotta be honest, I don't think Duncan's in here. It's a crazy household we run around here. We're putting kids to bed. We're putting dogs to sleep. Not in that way. He's alive and well. Bell equals L. Um, where was I? State sucks. The defense is really bad. It's terrible. It's gross to watch. Um, we can't play man to man, which is understandable. We don't really have the athletes, but we can't really play soft zone either because we're kind of slow to the ball. Florida just kind of did whatever they wanted in that game. It was a bit disheartening to watch, I must say. Put the dogs to sleep after that Florida game. Yeah, yeah, that's actually hilarious. Great callback, John. I wish I would have thought of it myself. John, 50 cents on the Giants or Cowboys tomorrow night. I know you do the big units. Yes, Pete, I'd like to file a case. Duncan is alive and well, everyone. I'll send you guys a pic after. He's still very handsome. Give me some good news. Can't handle these Longhorns at the office next week. Yeah, Jonathan, you're in Texas. That's brutal. At least it's not the Aggies, but we do have the opportunity to get smoked by the Aggies this year as well. So, straight Agua tonight. Okay, your boy, watching his girlish figure, trying to stay in shape. Went on a little run ski before this, not to brag. Near death experience. You're on the boys. All right, John. I don't know what to do with that line. 6.5 is kind of crazy to me. But onward. Yeah, Mississippi State. I saw it in person. It is confirmed in person. They're just as bad. So if anyone was wondering what that was like in person, it was just as bad. It was very hot. Your boy got blistered, but had a chair back. And my hind-piece was thankful for that. All right, embrace debate time. Let me get this out of the view. We cash in this week. Hey, McCurley, I need that sponsorship money in ASAP. Your boy's account is slim, son. Lawn Dogs needs to re-up on the sponsorship, my G. Um, embrace debate. Last week we did the sauces. A lot of contention around ranch. Also, hey, the phone lines are working. Uh, I've got the correct one pulled up today, I believe. Yes, I do. So, call into the show. Um, browser my. Uh, that's all right. Call into the show 601-706-9771 and let your voice be heard. Crazy times we're in, right, boys and gals? Let your voice be heard here on Cashin with Cam, amongst friends. Amongst friends. Just let me know. McCurley's got the bag. That's my NIL money, son. All right, embrace debate. I've got oof, oof, oof. Where do we move you? Where do we move you to see? I'm just gonna put it here. I'm gonna put you here, here. I'm gonna scoot. I'm gonna scooch, scooch. All right, I've got the undisputed top 5 hype songs list. We're not getting into gambling yet, okay, guys? Hold on 1 second. Top 5 undisputed hype song rankings. Okay. Now, I've got some honorable mentions. I'd like someone can call in with what I'm missing here. I know I've got to be missing some. Um, an honorable mention to me would maybe be yeah, Lose Yourself for sure. I've got Till I Collapse. It's kind of one and the same. It's kind of one and the same. Um, but yes, Lose Yourself. Mom Spaghetti. Um, Pump It by Black Eyed Peas. fiercely underrated. Um, uh, Blaster Stereo right now. Can't argue with that list. I like that. Yes. Um, ACDC Thunderstruck. Okay, I get that that's kind of a boomer pick, but um, something about hearing that in the stadium. Something about hearing that in the stadium. Um, um, for those about to rock, also ACDC. Um, right now, Van Halen, the slow intro kind of gets the juices flowing. Stand up and get crunk, yes, yes. Put on Young Jeezy. When they see me off in traffic, they say Cam is on some other stuff. They sing Happy Birthday. Yeah, I got the super cake. Let's see. Creed. Yeah, yeah. Crazy Train in a stadium does bang. It does bang. Um, I'm liking this. Call into the show if you got one that maybe a little karaoke hour on Cash. First ever karaoke hour on Cashin with Cam. Enter Sandman. Yes. Honestly, Neck by the LSU band. Swag Surfing. Yes, yes. I've got Waka on here for 3 spots, honestly. Uh, Grove Street, it's a party, right? No hands. Uh, Probably Roscoe Dash's only good verse. Beginning of Money for Nothing. Yep, as you saw in my hype intro. I definitely agree with that one. And then I've got Hard in the Paint, also For My Dogs. Really, the whole Flockavelli album, I would say, would go on this list. Big X the Plug, yes. Nuck If You Buck. Okay, that's a bit niche for anyone that played football in the Jackson metro area. That was the big hype song in the weight room. Something about some Ratchet Sisters singing "Nunk If You Buck," if you know what I mean. Till I Collapse, we covered all the way up. Yes. Um, yep. There's a lot. There's a lot. Gosh, it's almost too many to even. You'd have to do a top 100, honestly. But I've got right above it. Little bias, my boy Wheezy, uh, and Drake. No Diddy. Um, Ethan, I must live under a rock. Sicko mode, V corny, but also fire. Yeah. Uh, Stick Talk by Future for those that are in the know. I have a friend really in Bad and Bougie once was up there, although I think that's pretty corny myself. I'm on a new level, exactly. Numb, Lincoln Park, right above it. Indisputable. That's what I like to hear. All right, we're getting a call, Ski. It's ringing on everything I got. It's ringing on everything I got. Answer phone, brother.
Except press 1 to send.
You're on Cashin.
Cam, it's Luke.
Luke, what's up, brother?
No Boosie on the hype list? Is that too southeastern? Is that too niche for your show?
Colby actually just texted me, set it off.
Set it off. That would be number 1.
That's a miss. Yeah, that's a miss. Wow.
I don't know. I was thinking no Boosie. There's a big miss. But you could. I mean, it'd be an honorable mention
because we don't need cable. I'm the nipples on the titty.
Yeah, he is. He's the nipples right on the titty. It could be niche. You've got a universal list, and that could be just southeastern. I don't know if you got that with Mississippi much.
That and Nuck If You Buck kind of can go all in one. I feel like I feel like if you transition from Nuck If You Buck straight into Set It Off or vice versa, it would still have the people going in the same wave.
Yeah, same era. Pastor Troy, I Want War was another one. Large at our school. I don't know if that was big. I don't know if that was big everywhere. It felt big.
Can't Be Touched was one I thought was kind of corny, but people seem to like that one too. Can't Be Touched.
Yeah. Well, I just had to call in. I think you blasphemed a little bit by not putting Boosie on there.
All right, yeah. I will throw my hand up on Boosie. Zoom by Boosie.
Oh, yeah. Zoom.
Yeah, I mean, Boosie
No.
does have some slappers.
Yep.
But
All
right
right.
above it, you're a Ballers fan. Right above it's
Oh, right above it. It should be on the. It's the top.
okay.
It's the top.
Okay.
That's the best football show ever made.
My
I
buddy
said it.
Alex said "Boys of Fall." Thoughts on that?
Maybe, maybe not hype up. Maybe not hype up.
Yeah, it gets the people going. Well, all right, I'll
Yeah.
take that in consideration next time.
All right, thanks, bro.
All right, brother.
Bye.
Good point by Luke there. Set it off is a absolute slapper. First call of the day. If you want to call into the show, give it a shot. 601-706-9771. The boys are buzzing on this topic, and I'm here for it. Dirty Sprite 2 is goated. I agree. Mask off. Yes. You could fill this with Wayne, and it would be valid. I agree. Boys of Fall is hilarious. Oh, another call's coming in. You're on, Cashin.
Cam, how we doing?
What's up?
It's Jack.
The Jack is
How do we
back.
feel about some Kanye?
Oh God, the phones are ringing off the hook. Hold on one
Oh,
second,
you're a
Jack.
man in demand.
Let me decline this one. I'll get right back to you.
All right.
I'll get right back to you, whoever's calling. Jack, what were you saying? You were saying Yeezy?
Some Kanye, some power.
Power. Yes. Maybe what's the other one? Nah. Wait till I get my money right. Whatever that song is. Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Yes, Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Ali Boombaye is one that I feel like most people wouldn't have known, but give it a shot, give it a listen.
Yeah, I agree with that. Gotta Have It off the Watch the Throne. Also a good one.
Stay Scheming.
Yep.
Tricky Wasn't With Me.
Another good
in the
one.
Gym. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of mentions here, though, Jack. I mean, where did I miss? What would you replace with what on this list? If it was your turn.
I'm not a big nut if you buck kind of guy, but I'm also not from the South, so I understand, right?
Fair. Jack admitting
I would have
is
switched.
not in the South, so appreciate that.
Yeah, don't get me started on that. I would have switched Thunderstruck and Back in Black personally,
Okay.
but I agree. I agree with the Flockavelli picks. They do go very hard.
Yeah, they certainly do.
And right above it, top 10 song for me, right? But I don't know if it's the number one. I respect it.
Number one was tough,
Love the
right?
song.
I mean, what do you do with
Right.
number one? That's a lot of weight to carry. I think for me, the intro to right above it is perfect.
That's fair.
The verses are good.
Sets the tone.
Yeah.
And it's very sing-alongable.
Right. If you've ever seen Ballers as well, it's the most hype intro to a sports dramedy that there ever has been. So
I have not seen it. I'll have to check it.
check it out.
But
yeah.
another good one. Another good one could be Forever with the whole LeBron music video. It's more corny than hype.
Right. That seemed like more of a cop-out. Because that's almost like every rapper of the 2000s just kind of doing their own thing. That's kind of 5 songs in one,
I would agree.
I concur.
I'm not thinking of anything coming. I love Sosa. I mean, the intro.
Yeah. Barbershops.
Yeah.
What do you think about?
I'm a T.I. enjoyer.
Okay, so like a Bring 'Em Out, maybe?
Yeah, or Go Get It. That's a little more niche, but I do like some T.I.
What you know about that?
Also a good one.
I can go all day with T.I. What's yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, I don't listen to a ton, but I do enjoy the songs I like. I think those are like your list solid for what I kind of understand about your taste. Super solid.
All right, I don't know what that means, but Appreciate it.
I can get on board with it.
Okay.
If you put these in a playlist and we're about to go play, I would not be disappointed.
That's all we were shooting for, Jack. Appreciate the call, brother.
Love that. Love that.
Thanks for calling in.
Yep.
Onward. See you in
See
the
you, Cam.
comments. That was Jack Mazza calling in. First call in. First time listener? Maybe second time listener, Jack. Appreciate it, brother. Let me call this number back that called me. Don't want to shun anyone from the show here. This topic, I mean, I think we could spend all day on this topic. We're dialing them. We are dialing them. We're also dialed in, as it turns out.
Hey, what's up? Am I Cashin?
Hello, you're on Cashin, the first ever outward call.
Oh, baby. It's an honor.
Accepted by Big Ticket himself, I believe.
That's right. It's your boy, Big Ticket. Hey, first off, I wanted to sound off on some hype up, pump up music.
Yeah, I know you're a big rap guy.
I am, but I'm actually taking a different approach with this because I think there's a lot of instrumentals that deserve, some recognition.
Okay.
I cannot get enough of that little tune they play before kickoff. You know which one I'm talking about. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that's like a crunk beat though. Is that really a song?
I've looked it up because I play it for my kids.
Oh.
It gets them rowdy every time.
Yeah.
And it's Down from My Friends.
Okay.
By Snoop Dogg.
Oh, it's Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Wow. Snoop Dogg doing a
I
fantastic job on The Voice, I have to say. If you guys aren't Voice viewers, might be the best coach on The Voice that we've seen in quite some time. So,
man, there's got to be, I don't want to get too far down the rabbit hole, but there's got to be some conspiracy there. There's Snoop everywhere you look. Yes. Every commercial, Olympics.
Snoop is getting his bag. What else, Big Ticket?
As promised, every week that the Buffs win, I'm going to be calling it. And
a miraculous
we
win.
witnessed an absolute miracle at Folsom Field. 2 seconds left on the clock, Hail Mary into the end zone. It was.
We were texting. I congratulated you on the win. A bit embarrassing to preemptively rush the field on a team that is not ranked nor had a winning record. Or maybe they were 2-0, but still not ranked. Kind of embarrassing. Says a lot about your program.
Yes. No, I understand the implications. I carry the weight of embarrassment on my own shoulders regarding,
and those are big shoulders.
Storming the field.
Ticket, for those that don't know.
But, if I was there, would I set foot on the turf? Perhaps.
You would have torn the goalpost down. Don't lie to us.
No, yeah. I'm leaving with something. I'm going to take a piece of turf, a piece of the goalpost. You got to have a souvenir for a win that, miraculous.
I respect it. I mean, it was a high stakes, high drama. I understand. I mean, the Buffs are now 3-0. So, I mean, that or 3-1, 2-1, not 3-0. They lost to Nebraska. 3-1. So, yeah, I agree. Spence. It was a huge win for the Buffs. And you should be proud of your guys, but not proud of your fans. That's what I'll say.
That's where I'm at. And Travis Hunter, with forcing the fumble in overtime, I'm telling you, if this guy's not cruising for a Heisman, it's just a shame.
The guy's the beast. Yeah, if Honey Badger almost won it, back in his day when he wasn't playing offense, I think Travis Hunter probably is a little more deserving than the Honey Badger even was. Might be controversial, but I said it.
Yeah. Well, I've enjoyed the, rap discussion, enjoyed the, the hype that's been on the show so far. So, keep up the good show and, go Buffs.
Thank you, Big Ticket. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Your weekly call from Big Ticket, of course, unless the Buffs lose. Closeted Ole Miss fan, and I use closeted very sternly there. So catching up on some comments here. Hello, Becca. Jake, Mo Bamba in its prime is a great pull. I thought about it. It's lost steam. It's lost steam, like you're saying, in its prime. So yes, I do respect that. I do respect that. Welcome to the jungle. Yes, that can get the people going. Big dogs by Call Me makes you want to run through a brick wall. I'll have to check it out, Elijah. Elijah, I'm glad you're back, pal. You really dodged the draft last week. Your boy was about to go in on you on that terrible Oklahoma advice. Um, Second time, Jack. Sorry for the disrespect. Jake, ninth grade Seashells Love Pronto by Snoop Dogg and Soldier Boy Son. Talk about Snoop. That song is an absolute bop. You're going to want to turn that on um, just any time of the day. Sabotage by Beastie Boys. I can't stand it. I know you planned it. Yes. Enter Sandman. Yes, I agree. But for me, I'm not pulling out that one for going in. I'm going in by Drake. Yes. The Buffs stink. Thanks, Ethan. Big ticket. So much hate, yet so much love. Praying on the Buffs' downfall. Coughs war chant. Jacob, get out of here with that. And Ethan concurs that the Buffs' downfall is upon us. Ladies, gentlemen, what a time we're having on the show today. I'm loving this new Embrace debate. I think it's really really pulling the Cashin fam together and separating us at the same time. I love it. Let's get into the picks. What's the Venmo I'll recruit after bad advice? Maybe I should release that honestly if the Cashin fam wants to sponsor Cam's bad picks. Because let me tell you, it has been a rough year so far. I think everyone I talked to has pretty much said that they're struggling with the picks. Although, and there's a big shouts to my guy in the comments, E-Dog, Ethan Williams, big Monday night. Was it a parlay, Ethan, or was it just single bets? Either way, he had Zach Moss anytime touchdown, and he had receiver on the Jags. God, why can't I remember his name right now? Anyway, receiver on the Jags over 3.5 catches, and he cashed. My boy E cashed. I'm gonna give that a big bet of the week for my boy Ethan. He parlayed it. That was big time. Sent me the ticket and everything. Let's get some more of that going. Send Cam some picks that are gonna actually win because I need them. I need them. Let's get straight into college football again. Big shout out to E Dog. Big stuff by you, my guy. First game that we're gonna get into here: Hurricane Helene's wrath in South Bend this weekend. Louisville, Notre Dame, undefeated Louisville goes to Notre Dame. We already know Notre Dame pooped their pants at home against NIU. They're here as a basically touchdown favorite. Louisville is a 6.5 point dog in this one. I like the under. I like the Hurricane to take full effect. And I think that 45 and a half will be right at the cusp. I think it'll be right at the cusp. Wet ball alert. I haven't measured the quarterback's hands, Riley Leonard's hands. I'm not sure how big they are, but we got a wet ball in South Bend this weekend. I like the under 45 and a half. I like Louisville to possibly cover. Big time matchup. Louisville won the last meeting by 2 scores. I think it was like 33-20. And I think there's a chance Louisville wins this one outright with what we've seen from Notre Dame this year. It's going to be a lot of running the ball. Parlay, my guy. Thanks, my man. Dion, need to pray for them bust-ass feet. Don't bring up the... Dion's feet are objectively disgusting. Probably the worst feet on planet Earth. I'm sure there are worse ones, but the most high-profile, ugliest feet of all time. So, yeah. Under 45 and a half here. Hurricane in full effect in Indiana. These folks don't know what to do with that. No amount of Hail Marys will get Notre Dame out of this one. Probably should have said that. Illinois on the road to Happy Valley. Now we have seen John Franklin deuce his pants time and time again in front of his home crowd in big games. This isn't even that big of a game. This is against Illinois. What do we know about Illinois? They've got the Ole Miss transfer quarterback who slung 4 touchdowns on the road, mind you, on Friday night last week against Nebraska. Came back and beat the Huskers. This line makes no sense to me unless he's out. And if he's out, hand up. Okay, hand up. If he is injured, that's on Cam for not reading the injury report. Okay, if he's hurt, apologies. But plus 19 is free money. Famous last words. Free money plus 19 on Illinois, even if he's hurt. Illinois' defense is spicy, yes, Alex. Illinois defense is spicy as they come, running the gauntlet on hot ones at this point. Cultural reference. That's a wild line. Thank you, Elijah. That's what I'm saying. Vegas knows something we don't know here. Minus 19 is insane. It's insane. And if we're all saying it, it must be true. Illini plus 19. Yeah, the boys are buzzing on that one. I think we're all in on that one. And that is your underdog of the week. Sponsored by Lawn Dogs of Brandon. Get your lawn absolutely whacked and looking pristine by the Lawn Dogs of Brandon, Mississippi. 601 573 0117 to get your edges all the way edged up like you boys. Yeah. Sprinkle money line, dude. Maybe. Honestly, it would be something to consider. It does also make me suspicious and very frightened, Ethan. I don't know why it's that. Maybe people need to double check me. I've seen it on 2 different media outlets that it's 19. Lawn Dogs, you hear Elijah. They're waiting for you to open up a branch in Fort Worth. He will be your first customer, and that is a guarantee. Cashin with Cam, making business happen. If you want to sponsor the show, do that. 601-706-9771. Call into the show with your takes, with your picks, with your troubles. And here it is, the granddaddy of them all. The Dogs go to T-Town and take on the newly minted Alabama Crimson Tide. Stand up and get crunk. This is the one you circle on the calendar. You clear your schedule. You don't show up to your buddy's wedding, or you have it on the pew in front of you watching it. This is the one, right? This is the one no one's missing. The server crashes. ABC might set the record here. Not touching this game is exactly what I want to do, Alex, but I'm a man of the people. Line is in fact 19. Thank you for confirming, E. Look. I don't know what to do with this one. I wish I did. I surely do. I think I've got to roll with a home dog, Bama. I think I do. But, like, if I'm the rest of the SEC, right, I want Georgia to win this game. I want Georgia to rest on their laurels, give somebody a chance down the stretch, maybe the Rebels. Look, I'm no Rebel hater. I'm not going to sit here and hate on the Rebs. But, if I'm a Rebel, I don't want Georgia losing this game. A pissed off Kirby Smart in Georgia moving forward. I don't think Carson Beck is as good as they say. Um, but I think that he is good enough to probably run train on most of the defenses. Certainly State. That'll be a bloodbath. Um, so yeah, for the sake of parity, I'm going to go with Bama here. Okay? I'm going to go with Bama and the points. 48 and a half, I like as well, Elijah. You would look at this game and you would say defense rules it. Now, when Georgia traveled to Kentucky, they struggled offensively. Um, you would think that they're throwing the whole book at this game, right? Both sides. So both offenses are not going to hold back here. Um, you know, I like the over for fun, right? Prime time, having fun. We're all watching. Pull for points. Pull for points. Actually, Elijah, I really like that. Give me the 48 and a half. And give me Bama. Give me Bama. Mulvihill says I'm taking the Tide. Dogs seem flat. Dogs seem flat. Is this the wake up call for the dogs? Possibly. Some are saying. Sources are saying that I mean, I could see Bama if they get off to a hot start. I don't know if Georgia has the offense this year to come back from like a well, I mean, would we say 2-score lead? I mean, Georgia's never losing, so it's hard to know. They're rarely losing games, so I really don't know what situation that would be. Home dogs, as Saban would say, the ultimate disrespect. In Tuscaloosa, that is going to be an absolute madhouse. Um, I think Bama is the choice. Georgia obviously has something about it. It's kind of like the Eagles, right? The Eagles should be really good, but there's something about them you just don't trust. There's something about them you don't trust. That might have been a terrible analogy, honestly. Bengals, but the Bengals just suck. We know what's wrong with them. Their offensive line is garbage. Anyway, I'll stop making metaphors here. On to the picks. On to the picks. So, I have got, hey, call in the show if you got any, 601 706 9771. If you got some picks for, yeah, boy. Virginia Tech, plus 20 at Miami. Miami, weird game last week. And Tech was actually, before they lost to Vanderbilt, was actually one of the teams people thought might could make the college football playoff this year out of the ACC. They're 2-2. I know that it's like kind of a stinker, and that's why they're 20-point dogs. But 20 is too many. 20 is too many. Cam Ward is a dog, and Miami does look good. But slow start at home last week. I think they might have another slow start here, and 20 might just be too many points for the Hokies. Reverse hurricane situation here. I read the forecast. Your boy did his research. Michigan, Minnesota, the Storm's missing them. Okay, a dry ball in Ann Arbor. 35 and a half. Michigan might score 35 on their own, fellas. I think they have. I think they've righted the ship a little bit. Obviously, coming off the big dub against USC, you beat USC, you're probably still in playoff contention, even with the loss to Texas. It did look really bad at times against Texas. Maybe a little championship hangover against the Longhorns. But I do like the over against Minnesota. 35 should be easy. Minnesota and Iowa went over 35 last week. So if that is the case, then hammer the over button. Yeah, Saban pregame speech in that one would be electric. OU versus Auburn. I don't know if there's a line for total turnovers, but take it. Yeah, Auburn has looked fishy at best, which brings me to Auburn plus 2.5 at home. Hugh, this is a Hugh game. This is a Hugh game. He's going to win over the fans after the loss to Arkansas in OT. They did go to OT, right? Or was it just kind of a late game deal? I think they went to OT. But Auburn plus 2.5. Take the home dog. We're on both Alabama team home dogs this weekend. Plus 2.5 against Oklahoma. Oklahoma showed flashes on defense last week against Tennessee. They did slow them down. Um, I agree, Ethan. It's hard to trust Auburn. I think this is a Hugh game though. This is a Hugh Freeze game. We've seen it before. He's going to win the fans over in this one. He's going to give them hope and then blow a couple towards the end of the year. I think Auburn pulls this one out. Their quarterback situation sucks. Oklahoma benched their starter. They've got the true freshman out there now who looked okay at times the other night. Tough spot to put him in against Tennessee there. Auburn's a tough place to play. I think the Auburn fans will still pack it out, and I like the War Eagle. Holy God, stroke alert. Pause. Tiger Plainsman in that one. And as we discussed, Bama +2, Illinois +19, and then that Notre Dame Louisville under is what I like for college this week. 601-706-9771 if you want to dispute any of these picks. I'm ready to roll tonight, although I did just have a mini stroke on air. Onward to the NFL. And this one is near and dear to your boys' hearts. My Saints travel to the Stolen Valor, Mercedes-Benz, whatever they want to call it, over in Atlanta to take on the Dirty Birds. Coming off the dub against the Eagles on Monday night. Probably the baddest beat. Well, I've had worse. Probably the most unaware beat of my betting career. I saw the Eagles go up 6. I then turned the TV off, started to do my little snooze. I woke up in the morning, I saw the money was gone, and I saw the Eagles blew it. Khaki Kirk drove down the field and won the game. And that was probably one of the worst things that happened last week. And it's going to take a lot to recover from that, and I really need the Saints to punish them. Okay, we lose to the Eagles last week. Oh, that wasn't last week. When did the Eagles and Falcons play? Week 2, probably. Falcons played. Falcons played Kansas City. Got robbed last week, so they're probably gonna be pissed. So that's good for us. You know, that's kind of tough now that I realize how the schedules have been bumping out. The Saints kind of stunk last week, to be honest, against the Eagles. We ready? Yeah, that's a good one too, Jack. War Damn Eagle, Spence. I appreciate the ride, my friend. But the Saints are dogs here. The Saints kind of looked bad offensively last week. When I say kind of, they just did. Derek Carr really lost his steam. They kind of bottled up Kamara. Rashid had 0 catches. Glad I started him on fantasy. And the Falcons continue to gain a little momentum. Beat the Eagles, like I was saying. Lose to the Chiefs. You guessed it. I live betted the money line on the Falcons, and of course it lost. So that's probably on me. If anyone else betted on the Falcons, sorry about that. But the Saints go marching. Plus 2.5. They got to figure it out offensively this week, and I think they will. Well-known opponents here. I think the Saints defense kicks it back in. The Saints defense is really good. The defensive line is nuts. Maybe all these like undersized defensive line picks we've made in the past are really coming back. I like Breezy, obviously Cam Jordan. Granderson is also kind of a dog. DeMario's on his last leg. I love him. Brandon Guy. So big fan. But this is kind of our defense's last little hoorah. So they're playing pretty hard this year. Honey Badger is actually making a ton of plays. And Lattimore's back. Adebo, however you say his name, Adobo Sauce, is saucing. And the Whitey from Ohio State is playing pretty well. So I like the Saints in this one. Give me my Saints, and I like them as dogs here. Take money line. Take money line. I'll say it. I'm not scared of that. Call into the show 601-706-9771. The lines were hot when we started. The lines were hot. Hugh Daddy Freeze called last week, and I picked the pigs. He must have gotten upset. Onward. The R words in Phoenix against the Cards. Now, the Cards are 1-2. Slipped up early against the Bills. The Bills took it to them in Phoenix. They come back. They just destroy the Rams. And then they lose to the Lions last week, I believe. If we're going by the trends here, Marvin Harrison is due for a 1,000-yard game. And Jaden Daniels has that dog in him. He has that dog in him. Some of those throws, I mean, those were dots to Scary Terry. He's got his legs. Kyler Murray looks like a pissed off toddler. And Marvin Harrison might be good, lips and all. Sorry, Marv. I like the over. 50.5. What an over on the NFL. I love it. Give me the points. I kind of like the Skins. Jaden Daniels might be just playing tricks on us. But I like the over. It's a scary number for the NFL. But the R words are better than I thought. The R words are better than I thought. And Call of Duty has not come out yet. So Kyler is still locked in. Give me a lot of points. Give me a lot of points. Give me a lot of points. 50.5. I like it. Let's see. What else we got? Undefeated Seattle Seahawks at Ford Field in Detroit, taking on the Lions. The 2-1 Lions coming off a victory against the Cards last week. The darling of the NFL, the Detroit Lions. Dan Campbell, what a guy. Sam Laporta has been an absolute stinker this year on fantasy. Gibbs, though, better year. You know, we want to get into fantasy stuff. I don't know a lot about the Seahawks, to be honest. Hand up on that one. I know they beat the Pats, so who cares, last week. 3-0. I think Detroit might just smack them around. Just out physical the Seahawks in this one. I think we're going to see a falling grade. Oh, God, Mulvey, what a pull. Black Unis debuting for the Lions this week. They cannot lose in those. That is your analytics stat of the week. And that's why Mulvey will be in the studio soon, baby. Black Unis debuting for the Lions. Give me the pride. -3.5. I'm not scared of the 3.5. I might buy it down to 3. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. But give me the Lions -3.5. I'm with Ethan as well. Give me Detroit. But yeah, I'm not sure on a lot of what the Seahawks got. Obviously, good receiving core. I don't know if DK. I think DK's healthy. Jackson Smith. Won't say his last name. Won't even try. He thought you had me. Kenneth Walker's still hurt, right? I don't know who their running back is either. So really uninformed take, but give me the Lions and the Black Unis. That's all we need to know, to be honest. Calling the show. You're running out of time. 601-706-9771. Give me some winners. What am I saying? Which way for the Hot Rod fans? Yeah. Let's break it down. I've got all dogs on my card this week. I got the Saints plus 2.5. I got the Broncos traveling to New York, taking on the Jets. I don't trust the Jets at a touchdown and a half. I don't trust them. Broncos get their first dub against the Bucks last week. Big dub for them. First dub. Did they win a game last year? I can't remember if Sean Payton won a game. I think this is our NFL analyst, Ahan Schefter. You're on Cashin.
How we doing?
We're here, brother. What are you doing?
I am betting.
Are you prepared to cash?
I am betting all my money.
That's what I like to hear. I'm right there with you, honestly. All my money is the correct amount.
I have a few NFL picks, not very many. The NFL's been just too wild to go all in on yet.
Yeah, it's
A
brutal.
lot of upsets, a lot of underdogs winning things that they shouldn't be winning. So we'll just take a few bets per week and last this season, and maybe we'll catch a wave eventually.
Keep the account modest. Keep the account modest.
I do like your, I'll say the two bets that I like. I like that over on the Commanders Cardinals.
Yeah, that's going to be a
that
fun one.
could be a shootout. The only thing, yeah, somebody mentioned that the unders are hitting at an unbelievable rate right now, but
Certainly are. Certainly are.
But these two offenses, we saw the Commanders are able to push it down the field. Their secondary is also trash, so the Cardinals should be able to throw some haymakers as well. So I think that could end up being a shootout. My big play of the week is going to be the Rams versus the Bears. I am not sold on the Bears. I think they're just a team that's trying to figure it out. And I think whenever you look up at the coaching and quarterback matchup, the Rams are taking it to them. And I got them at +3. So
great point. I think it's sitting at +3. I kind of like it too. Rams burnt me against somebody. The Cards. They were like a touchdown dog. But I think obviously that was when they had all those injuries at once. So I might be back on the Rams.
They didn't burn against the 49ers, and that's a pretty stout team. So I think the Bears are much worse than the 49ers.
For sure. Yeah, I could be in on that. I could be in on that.
I like the Steelers -1.5 against the Colts. I think the Colts are a young team still trying to figure it out as well, and Mike Tomlin just has the keys right now with that defense. And
here we go.
I think their offense is starting to pick up with Fields, and I think that the Steelers should win this game, and hopefully it's by more than 1 point.
Valid. Yeah, I mean, I want to like the Steelers in that one. Just the way the NFL has been going, it's really hard to say.
Their defense is just too good.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson does not seem like the answer. Maybe he is, but I mean his deep ball is fantastic, but I haven't seen much else.
He can sling it, but if he doesn't have that option, then I think they suffer pretty heavily.
Yeah.
For the game Thursday night, I do not like betting on the Cowboys to cover that many points, but I also do not like betting on the Giants, so I'm going to do some props.
Okay.
What
do you see?
I like CD Lamb over 79.
A very frustrated CD last week. They're definitely going to try to get him the ball.
And I like CD over 80, or not over 80. I already said that. Over 79.5, and then I like them as a touchdown scorer. I'm going to bet both of those separately and throw them in a parlay. So we're just doing it all. This worked out for me on Monday night with Jamar Chase, and we're going to go with the same.
Yeah, Jamar balled.
I think that Prescott is going to – I think they're going to feel pressure to get CeeDee Lamb the ball, and they're going to feel pressure to win this game. So I think they're going to be throwing it around. And it only takes a couple plays for CD to pick that up. He's going to get some guys fits on the Giants secondary. I think they have one good player that matches up in the slot, so we'll see.
I don't hate that. I like it. That's those are some high numbers, but I agree they're going to have to get it to CD if they're going to win the game. They don't have any running backs to speak of. and they can't stop the run. So they're going to have to run the score up a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see how those go. I'd rather have something on Thursday, but I cannot bet either side of that line.
I hate the line. I hate 6.5. Yeah, brutal.
But I think that's all I have for this week. I might be throwing some prop bets out every now and then, but we'll see.
Thoughts on the Bills dogs in Baltimore? Do we think Baltimore's figured it out with D. Henry, or do we think that that was kind of a one-game deal against the Cowboys because they can't stop the run?
What is the spread on that game? I hadn't
2.5.
even really
Buffalo is
touched
a
that.
2.5-point underdog.
I think for sure it'll end up being a close game. So I don't think the spread's probably that far off of what it should be, especially at Ravens home. But they've also dropped an egg at home versus the Raiders. So
Yeah.
who's to say Josh Allen, the way he's playing, isn't going to go in there and
Dude, Josh was slinging it. He's like, yeah. I mean, he's prime Josh Allen right now, not turning it over.
he's on Thanos mode, do it
Yeah.
myself,
He's got the Infinity
And-
Stone.
and he's willing to lay his big ass body on the line.
Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt.
He does it every week, and
Yeah. He's a dog.
just so I definitely will not be betting against Josh Allen. I think I definitely lean the Bills with the points on that, but I'm not completely sold on betting that game. Maybe if I just win some college on Saturday, I'll throw some money on the Bills.
10-4. 10-4. Well, all
And
right.
also, I'm never betting on the Titans again, so that's just
Dude,
all
they
that.
suck. Yeah, they suck. Sorry, pal. I know you're a season ticket holder for the Titans. Will Levis
Yeah.
might be. I'm trying to think of a worse quarterback in the league. I mean,
Well, he's already benched Bryce Young.
yeah, Bryce Young. But, yeah. I mean, they're kind of one and the same, though. Will's definitely turned the ball over more than Bryce.
No, he's turned the ball over more than anybody that stepped on a football field this year. So
Yeah, that's tough.
we're just gonna ride it out and
Who's
be
the other
sucky for a
option?
couple of years.
It's Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph, I don't think he's much better, but he's probably smarter with the ball at this point.
Funny, I once thought Mason Rudolph would win the Heisman when he was at Oklahoma State. So, big Mason Rudolph guy before he called Miles or Garrett the word. So,
Yeah, I think that interaction has kind of tainted him for good reason.
Yeah, he
But-
also has a dent in his skull. So,
Yeah.
well, all right, Aham.
All right. Well,
Appreciate
that's
it.
it on the NFL.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you next time.
Peace. Couple prop bets from Aham there. I don't mind it. I do think CD will probably have a big game in that one. Hag hates the Broncos pick. I'm sure you would have hated it if I picked them against the Bucks last week. So that's just how it goes. In the biz, I do have the Bucks +2 at home this week. I think they bounce back. I like the Bucks. E-Dog says he loves props. If you got any props you want to throw out there, Ethan, we're still on air for about 2 more minutes, pal. Appreciate you watching the show. We got up above 50 subscribers. That's big time. If you haven't already, subscribe. Like the show. This has been a fun one. I got to come up with another Embrace Debate rankings list next week. If you have ideas, shoot me a text. Most of you have my number. I think those are fun. And last call, 601-706-9771 if you want to call into the show. Alex also likes the Bucks. That's what I like to hear. Against the Eagles. Eagles flying high after beating my Saints. I think everyone will be on the Eagles in that one. Bucks just had an embarrassing loss. So give me the Bucks +2 at home against the Gulls. Again, 601-706-9771. Call into the show one good time if you got anything for me. If not, like the video, share it with your friends, send it to your buddies at work. Yeah, let's get this go. Let's get this to the masses, to the Jack Mazzes. And yeah, Love you guys. Appreciate it. And if you have any ideas on an Embrace Debate rankings, let me know. We'll get into some more of those. And yeah, I think I'm gonna probably call it if no one's gonna call in. Um, Ethan says he has not found his props yet. Respect. You got to do your research. Um, Merch. I am considering purchasing and creating some hats. I'm thinking maybe like a branded Bills golf hat situation. Won't be looking to make any money on them. Just want to do a little something for the Cashin fam and myself. Have some drip. Um, so be on the lookout for those. I might have you something next weekend. We'll vote on the design and we'll get it popping. So I'll explain that when it comes. So anyway, fellas, ladies, appreciate it. Signing off.